Hi, friends. It's Kathy, and welcome to my YouTube channel. It's in the Cards Divination. Today, we're going to be doing a pick a pile reading, and it's going to answer the question yes or no, or maybe depending on what falls in the answers. So, before we start that, I would just ask if you would be so kind if you could subscribe to my channel by clicking on the subscribe button, as well as the bell to receive notifications of future videos. Click on like as well. Love to have a comment and hear from you how things are going. I would be so appreciative, and it helps me reach the wider community with our readings. Okay, so now we're going to go back to this. So what I want to do is, for those of you who've never had a pick a pile reading, there are 3 piles to choose from. You pause the video, you look at each pile and which pile speaks to you, then you go in the description box below and you can see the timestamp for which pile is resonating for you, okay? So we have first pile number 1, which is the Angel Wisdom Tarot by Radleigh Valentine. The second, pile number 2, is the Spirit Messages Oracle Cards by John Holland. And pile number 3 are the Angel Answer Oracle Cards by Radleigh Valentine. So remember, this is just a general reading, and no decisions should be made without your own good common sense. But this may give you an idea going forward about the question you have, whatever burning question you have in your mind right now, as to which direction you should be looking at. So if the pile you choose does not resonate, not to worry, go back. You can choose another pile or another pile. And if none of them resonate, that's okay too. There'll be another video in the future for you to choose from. So my friends, let's get started. So pause the video and pick your pile, and I'll see you in your reading. Hi friends, if you chose pile number 1, the Angel Wisdom Tarot of Radleigh Valentine, then this is your reading. Okay, we're going to try to see a yes or no answer. Sometimes comes out maybe. And I'll just explain how I do this. The 3 tarot cards in the center here are the ones that are going to answer directly yes, no, maybe. And how it works is it goes with reversals. So upright cards are a yes, reversal cards are a no. And the center card counts as 2. So for example, if this is a yes, no, and then yes, then this is 2 yeses and 2 nos because the center now counts as 2. So that would be a maybe. Okay. So that's how that works. Then we're going to dive into the meanings behind it. All right. So let's get started. Yes or no? Oh, that first card is a yes. Next card. Oh, there's a yes as well. Oh, this looks really good so far. Yes. Okay. So whatever your burning question was for pile number 1, we're starting with a yes, which is really positive, if it's a positive situation, of course. So let us see what this situation is related to. So we're going to use this Angel Wisdom Tarot card. Okay, so it is the Ace of Cups in the reverse position. Let me just see here if you can see that. Whoops. All right. So right away, I get the sensation and the feeling that it's a past situation or near past. There's definitely been a situation in your life that you have been really disappointed about, that has hurt you. It could be in relation to it. Most likely, when it's the ace, it's often referring to romantic situations. But in this case, also based on the cards that I've drawn, it can be anything. It can be work related. It could be around the home. It could be anything. family, friends. In fact, because two kings are here, there's obviously it's been based around these two male people. All right, so let's just sort of look at this separately. There's this situation that has not, you started something and it didn't go well and it ended. Okay. And because this is a yes or no answer question, I should say, with a yes or no answer, these are very general terms. They're not very specific. So I will give you what I'm seeing. There has been a situation not that long ago in the past where you've been really let down. It's been very disappointing for you, and you've been waiting to see if things are going to get better. Now, the answer to your question is yes. You've put in the work and the time and the energy. You've been waiting a while. You have done the background work. You've done the legwork. So for most of you, this will probably reference even a raise, a promotion, some type of situation that you've been waiting to hear about. Okay. And obviously, the King of Pentacles in this case could be referencing your boss or someone in charge. It could also be referencing you. Perhaps you've been waiting for a while now to even start your own business. Okay, there's been delays and setbacks and problems in the past. And this is something now, it's finally looks like this is the time to move things forward. Okay, and not only will you be successful at it, because it's shown by the King of Pentacles, it's something you would absolutely find fulfillment, emotional fulfillment in. So if this is something, a new job, a new position, a business, or studies of some kind, this is definitely the way to go. Tarot is telling you this is exactly what you've been waiting to hear, and the time seems to be right, okay? Because both kings are definitely about moving forward and being in charge and knowing what they're doing. So this case, this is what it's telling you, that this is the time for those of you who have been waiting. Okay, so now let me pull the Kipper cards. It's pretty straightforward reading in a lot of things. I mean, even if this is perhaps with a love situation, although it appears to be leaning more towards jobs, studies, everyday life, if it is a referencing a special someone in your life, then this is definitely still telling you this person is now going to be coming forward. You see the King of Pentacles and King of Cups. In fact, not just even one. There might be two people. Sometimes when the kings show up like that next to each other, it's referencing two different situations. Like, for example, if there's been a job that you've been waiting to hear about, this could be referencing two different types of jobs that you're maybe there's one you've been waiting for, and in the past you were let down, but there could be another opportunity here as well. So maybe don't close the door on just one. There could be another situation that you might be interested in here as well. It could also be telling you that this person in your life who's going to help you, this King of Pentacles, is going to make things happen. There could be two people, two male energies. Doesn't necessarily mean that they are male gender, but that leadership type of energy who could help you in this endeavor. All right. So pay attention to any two male energies that come forward like this. One who's very practical, very much in charge of even a business or a professor, a teacher. And then there's another male energy who is very much seems to have their emotions in very much in check as far as I was going to say they've got their you know what together. They know what they're doing, but they're very much all about doing things that they find fulfillment in. So this type of job or situation is not just financially good. It gives you that fulfillment that you've been looking for. All right. So let's pull Kipper and see what Kipper has to say about this also, this particular yes answer. All right. All right. We have the concern. Oh, you can see that because I know it's pretty dark. Concern. The journey. Let's move that up. And there. And high honor. Yes, 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 yes. This makes sense. So definitely, confusion. It's about not knowing what to do. And that ties in very well with the fact that there's two kings, two choices almost. It's like you're not really sure which way to go on this situation. It's telling you yes. So whatever your question was, however you worded it and phrased it, it's telling you yes. If it's go for it, do this, what you think is the right thing to do. Now, the confusion is around it. You don't know if this is what you should be doing. And that's obviously now it's answered that question for you. In some ways, it could be telling you that the concern could be is that you're not sure for some of you. It could be a situation where you, on a practical level, where you need to get somewhere. If you're going to school or if you're going to a new position, it's that journey, even to get there on a very mundane level, could be problematic. Yet it's telling you not to worry about it. This journey, and this reference is actually the journey card here, and Kipper is referencing not just on a practical level, but on a deeper level, the life journey, what you're supposed to be doing. Okay. So it's telling you then as well that this journey is going to lead you to high honors. In other words, you are going to end up being very much I was going to say compensated, but it can reference being compensated for the good work you're doing. So, for those of you, if it's a job situation, it's telling you that this particular choice, this yes answer, is going to lead you in a good direction, whether it means you're going to get awards or prizes or financial. It's high honors. You're being appreciated for what you're doing, and you're doing a good job. Okay. So I hope that answers a few questions. This is more around career, school. It doesn't feel very much romantic in this case, in this particular pile one. So I hope that answered your question with a definitive yes, and you enjoyed this reading. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now. Pile number 2. If you chose The Spirit Messages by John Holland, then this is your reading. Okay, so first off, we're going to explain a little bit about how I do this. I read the cards. There's going to be 3 cards, and we read reversals, we read upright to give us our yes or no answer or maybe. So the first out of 3, whether it's a yes, a no, or a yes, but the center card stands for 2. In other words, if we get 1 yes, 1 no, and 1 yes, we have 2 yeses. The center card gives you 2 points instead of 1, so it's 2 no's. So then in that case, that's a maybe. So that's how I do this. So let's just start off first with just get right into the answer to your burning question. Yes or no? What is it that you want to know today? Yes or no? Let's start with the tarot. The first card is the 6 of Wands in the reverse position. All right. Second card, the Fool in the reverse position. So far, we're in a no here. And the last card is the 9 of Cups in the upright. So, as you can see, no, 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 yes. So it's leaning towards no. So it would definitely be a no answer to this question, okay? And let me explain what it's trying to tell you. So the next card, we're going to turn over the spirit messages to see what we're doing here. What kind of information can the oracle give us? Synchronicity. It's about paying attention. All right, paying attention. So this does make quite a bit of sense already. I can see. They're saying there's a situation, and I believe this is around relationships. It's not necessarily romantic relationships. This can be familial relation, this can be friendship, any relationship we have. It can also be romantic. So as opposed to this, it could be a coworker too. Okay. But it's a situation in where you have been on the outs with this person. In other words, maybe not necessarily on the outs too much. It's just you haven't seen them, you have not been with them. It doesn't mean you don't care about them, okay? It could be maybe somebody you've lost touch with, somebody that you really want to connect back with, okay? So the Six of Wands is what it's telling me is no is the answer because um, other people in your life may not see it as a good thing for you to be associating or in this relationship with this person. It's like other people are seeing you in a negative light. It also says because it would be impulsive and foolish to jump in quickly. Okay. So this is the no, the reason for the no. They know it's something you really want, someone or a situation that would really give you that which you're really wanting. But I feel it's more about, it's not about no, don't do this with this person. It's about no, don't do this right now. It's about timing, okay? And the reason I say that is because the synchronicity card is kind of like telling you need to wait and pay attention to signs that are coming your way about this situation as to when it would be a good time to perhaps reach out to this person or let them back into your life, okay? So let me pull the Kipper cards and see what they say. All right, the lovers. Doesn't necessarily mean it's romantic situation. It can be someone you really care about. Oh yeah, yeah, the courtship. It could, for some of you, this could even be about getting married. Okay, and the child. Because we have the child, okay, let's go back to the marriage situation. For some of you, it's like wanting to get married because when you have these two cards together, often that's represented as a marriage situation, a proposal, wanting to make a proposal. And as I said, this can be a romantic, but it's about relationships. And this is about when the child shows up, it shows um, a new start. So it's not necessarily about maybe a wedding in this case. It's more about whether, for example, you want to move in together, you want to make a new start. You want to make a new start as far as a friendship goes. Maybe, as I say in the past, there's been a falling out. And the Kipper is saying no as well. Like it's following this, okay? It's not, and this is what it's about. There will be time to have to meet up, okay? There will be a time for a new start together. And it's something, of course, you've been really wanting. But I feel like it's the tarot is saying, no, you need to wait. Don't jump in rashly. Think about this first. This is more about guidance and advice in this case. It's like, no, it would be too impulsive right now for you to just do this. You need to take some time to really think it through. But again, because of the synchronicity card came up, it's telling you then pay attention to the signs and symbols that could be coming your way on this situation. Okay. Now, also can be in relation to trying to word this in a certain way. For some of you that see the Kipper cards perhaps as a family situation, because we do have the child in here, and it's kind of like saying maybe you want to get back together, your marriage, maybe the marriage has fallen apart, the relationship, and there's a child even involved or children, and you feel very strongly it would work. Tarot again is advising you to don't jump in. Don't do this yet. Because we do have one yes card, there is some positive about this situation. It would make you happy if you did. It's about timing, as I said. Timing is everything in the spirit world. So, my advice going forward for you, pile number two, we'll sum it up. No, that's the answer to the question, because at this time, it would be too rash to jump in and just be reckless, actually, is what it's telling you for this new start. Okay. And this new start, as I say, I know it appears to be around relationships, and it does, but it could, like I say, it could even be a friendship. It doesn't have to be a romantic situation. It's just about starting again with them and then connecting, reconnecting. Okay. So if there's somebody in your past who you've been thinking about a lot lately, and especially over the holidays, when we start reminiscing and getting nostalgic, it's like saying, let's take a little bit of time and pay attention to the synchronicities that come your way. And I've explained this in other videos because we always think, oh, it was a coincidence. No, that's spirit's way of trying to communicate with you. For example, say you get the idea that, oh, I should contact this person. Okay. And right now it's saying, no, don't jump in. But eventually it will come to that, but you have to pay attention to the signs. So, for example, say there was something that you and this friend or this partner really enjoyed together doing, and all of a sudden it popped up um, on the radio, on the TV. Maybe there's some sign. You feel it is a sign to tell you to contact them. Maybe you see them on your social media. Suddenly they pop up on your social media. That's a sign of synchronicity that it is time then to move forward and contact them. All right. So I hope that explains it. Just sit and focus on it though, because synchronicities and are not meant to be sitting there waiting day after day for you to say, "Oh, was that a sign? Was that a sign?" No, it's going to pop in unexpectedly, and it's going to be one of those moments where you go, you're going to be kind of gasping, like, "Oh, right. It's got to be it." It's going to catch you by surprise, in other words. Okay. So, my dear friends, pile number two. Unfortunately, the answer is no, but I feel it's a waiting situation. Okay. Don't jump in with both feet yet. Wait and see when the synchronicities come to you to tell you, when Spirit is going to tell you that it's a good time to do this. Okay. Okay. You take care, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye for now. Hi, pile three. If you chose The Angel Answers by Radleigh Valentine as your pick, then this is your reading. Okay, so let's start then with the tarot. Let's just get right into it. So what I usually do, and I'll try to explain this, I pick 3 tarot cards for yes and no. And what I do is the upright and reverse. Reverse is no, upright is yes. The center card gives us 2 counts. So in other words, if this card is upright and it's a yes, this one is a no, and this one is a yes, then that's 2 yeses, and the no in the center counts for 2. So now we have a tie, which is then a maybe. Okay? Excuse me. I apologize for the focus here. Okay, so let's get right at it, shall we? First card that we are pulling is a reversed Page of Cups. Okay, let's take that. way so we can see what we're doing here. Second card, reversed 10 of Pentacles. So far, it is definitely a no, and I think that's where we're headed. And then the Emperor, upright. All right, so that is 3 no's, 1 yes, so it's a definite no answer to your question, whatever question you're thinking of at this time. So let's pull over the oracle and see what it says. Ah, good. Here we are. There's something better. Okay. You want to see that when you have a situation with a no, depending on what the question was, of course. So, excuse me. I also pulled another tarot card in this case because I was thinking that I was feeling, in essence, that this is mostly a financial situation. It could even be about in relation to a person in your life. So I wanted to double check on that. And I did pull the King of Pentacles. So definitively, let's put that down here. That's what it's telling us. All right. Excuse me. So let's get into this now. Let's see where this is going to go. So there is a situation in your life that you're thinking is a good idea. And unfortunately, what is showing here is you're not seeing things clearly or realistically, okay, about this situation. It could be even in relation to planning for your financial future. There could even be an investment opportunity or savings for planning for the future. That's definitely. But it's not working. It's not going to work, in other words. So, whatever question you have is telling you no, because first of all, you're not seeing the whole picture. You're not being realistic or logical about this situation. You haven't thought it through. Okay, maybe you don't have enough experience in this area. If it's referring to, say, investments or savings, putting away for your future. But it does tell you, even though that isn't in your favor, there is one positive aspect to your answer to your question, even though it's no. It says it does appear to be a stable situation, okay? But it's not what you should do, it's telling you, because something better is going to come along in the future, okay? Something, or in this case, I feel strongly it's more about someone, the King of Pentacles, for instance. Now, let me explain. All right. If this is if this situation is regarding any financial aspect, job, any practical matter, something you value in the future about your money or plans for the future, because this is a general reading, and general readings cover a lot of situations, so it cannot be very specific. It can be a little bit, but it mostly is around this situation about planning for the future. It appears that this person is very helpful, and that goes hand in hand with the Emperor card. So if there is someone in your life who is giving you good advice about this financial situation or this job opportunity or whatever it happens to be, that's great. They are very helpful. But as it says here, it's not going to work out. Okay. Why isn't it going to work out? I'll tell you, because I pulled some Kipper cards. Number one, there's a better situation. We know that, or a better, it's about, there could also be someone else. Okay. And I'll explain that too. Let me back up. This is referring to someone who is really helpful for you at this point, who's giving you maybe some good advice. And yes, it is showing us good advice, but apparently there could be someone better or something better. So Kipper tells us, I pulled 3 Kipper cards. All right. Let me move this guy out of the way, put him up here. All right, so what I'm getting from this, the situation, although this person is very helpful to you, this male personality or even somebody who's in charge. That would be more likely. Someone who has some um, acumen, business acumen, or financial smarts, or even street smarts. They are very much appear to be very helpful, and they have the right idea. What happens is, in order for you to do this situation or to have this situation come about, it requires a lot more detailed planning. Okay. Um, in fact, the type of work involved to get this situation or to have this situation come to fruition may require a professional intervene and help you. Okay. And the wealthy man in Kipper can represent sometimes an accountant, a lawyer, a banker, anyone in the who knows a lot about money and how to look after it, or somebody who just knows more in that regard. Even though this person appears to, and they may have some good ideas, believe it or not, there's something better coming along, or even someone better. It doesn't have to necessarily be something, okay? If this situation is around, sometimes this can be around financial, or not financial, sorry, family difficulties. Okay. The Pentacles, your question, sometimes it can be around that when the Ten of Pentacles is reversed. You could be seeing things as not being as bad as they are. Maybe there's been a big rift in your family, a difficulties, a bad situation. And father has been instrumental in trying to help. But they're saying, no, there's going to be a better situation coming in this to help or someone. So, in other words, you may need professional help in order to resolve this issue. If this is a family situation or a difficult situation with anyone in your life, you may need a professional to intervene and give you the information that you could use. For some of you, this could even point to estate planning, planning for the future as well. Not estate planning, well, it could be estate planning for you, but it could also be waiting for an inheritance, waiting for a situation to come about, but it's not coming. It's delayed. You're not being realistic about it. That's what it's telling me. You think it's going to come right away and everything's going to be great. And it's saying, no, it's not, or it won't, even though, yeah, it looks like everything is stable, it's not going to turn out exactly the way you'd hoped, but something better. Now, that's never a nice thing to see when it comes to estates or planning or death inheritances. But there could be a better way of dealing with the estate with you, is what it's trying to say. So, for example, if you're the person that is dealing with this um, inheritance situation, you're the executor, you're having to deal with this, um, it's telling me that there will be some better situation around it because there's been difficulties with it, and there's always difficulties with estates and having to deal with that and money issues and with family and trying to deal with it. It's always a nightmare, but it's going to require I'm hearing the word impartial, professional, someone who can come in and take care of the situation. And he is referenced by the wealthy man. But we're here to tell you it takes a lot of planning, it takes a lot of time, a lot of menial tasks have to be done in order for this to come about. So, if that is what you're dealing with at this time, a situation that's very difficult, we'll put it in general terms, it's telling me something better is coming for you. So, don't despair. It's all going to work out in the end, even though things right now seem like they're difficult for you. And it's basically the bottom line here, I'm summarizing pile three, is it appears to be really good, even though there's a lot of difficulty around it. This person is this person that's taking care of things, but it's not going to quite go the way you'd hoped. Okay, there's something wrong with the situation. So it looks like somebody else is going to have to intervene to help you out. The King of Pentacles, the wealthy man, is represented here. All right, my dear friends, I hope this answered your question in a small way and led you to move forward, thinking maybe about this situation in another way. So I wish you all the best, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye for now.